So you know how they started doing this early access thing? Well, I was wondering, can I make abnormal amounts of money by gathering a shit ton of... Oh shit, God have mercy on me. No, but really, when you get early access, you're gonna have 4 days where you can pretty much just gather all of the herbs and mines that you can find, and I mean, then sell it when the servers open for everyone? Like, wouldn't that result in greater prices? Wouldn't it? I mean, I guess it does depend on a few things, like how many people do exactly what I'm doing. So if you have people that's just hoarding material and putting it all on sale the second the servers open, you're gonna have an artificially high supply, which would then result in lower prices. But you could also have like a distribution thing where maybe all of the people that doesn't get early access isn't as interested in making a lot of gold, and then they're gonna be net suppliers to the auction house instead of net consumers. Think of it like this way: if you don't really care about making a lot of money, well, chances are you're gonna pick up mining and herbalism when you start questing. Just because it's the easiest ones to manage, and considering you don't really care about how to make the most profit, but you still want to make some profit, you can just pick this up, and whenever you gather something, you're just gonna put it onto sale whenever you reach the city. And that would, again, just fill up the auction house and decrease the prices. Man, I don't know, it's difficult. I really wish that we could see exactly what the history was, especially in the War Within. So this is WoW Price Up, which I believe is one of the more accurate sites that tracks the auction house. And if we take a look at Mycobloom, which is one of the herbs from the War Within, right? And I would like to see exactly what happened to the prices when we left early access and went into, you know, the normal release. But there is only data about 1 year back, which is very annoying. What about TSM? Let's have a look. Mycobloom. It says Terran Mill up here, but that's okay. It's all in the same server cluster, so the prices in Terran Mill and Argent Dawn is going to be equal here. When exactly was early access for the War Within? So early access started August 22 and global launch August 26th. Okay, so August. Here. So we're going to do August 22, and then we're going to take it to August... Let's just do 29th. Yeah, and look at this. No data available. Like, oh, it's so frustrating. Well, considering we cannot really get helped by any website, and I haven't been able to find a video that really, you know, does this experiment. So let's try and see how much money can we really make from doing herbalism and mining in early access. Now, exactly how we're going to do it, we're just going to have to find out along the way, because if there is this artificially high supply when the servers open, we obviously want to sell our materials a little bit earlier. So I think we're gonna do two things. We're gonna sell a lot of the materials whilst it is early access, and then we're gonna keep hold of some materials and try and see if we can make an abnormally large profit by selling it after the server launched. So, I mean, I guess we're just gonna spend these 4 days by gathering a shit ton of herbs. Ooh, war supply. Gimme. Look at all those players. It looks like it's mostly Alliance, so I think we might be good here, but oh my god. There is one Horde player here. I wouldn't land if I was you, buddy. You're not gonna have a good time. Alright, let's dive in. Wait, these are Horde players? And I'm telling you, these new nameplates are so bad. Like, I can't see who's the enemy and who's not. Like, what's going on here? I think we're winning, but I have no clue who's Horde and who's Alliance. Like, what were they thinking with this? By the way, how amazing does Silvermoon look? Now, Donegal wasn't bad, but this is something different, right? Especially because, you know, we can feel Silvermoon, right? Every WoW player knows this location, so to see it this alive, Wow. If we want to be serious about mining and herbalism, we're gonna need some of the tools that is for those professions, of course, right? I think finesse is the important skill to get up, because finesse helps us to gather more materials for each herb and ore that we find. Now, the first thing that we're gonna need is gonna be a sickle, which I guess you could call it a weapon for herbalism. Because this is what gives us the most stats, I believe. And it looks like you can get them in 3 different levels. You can get them in green, blue, and epic. Where, of course, we want to get epic, right? I mean, let's have a look at what the prices are for these things. What the hell? So, 65k for Majestic Claw. I mean, you can see my gold down at the bottom. I have 6k. So that's obviously not happening. Okay, the green one doesn't require a claw, so this might be more attractive for us. And these flux things, pretty cheap. Oh, and the copper ingots here. 900 for the good ones. And I believe we do want the good ones, because we're most likely going to be using this green one for quite some time. We're going to need 6 of those. And I don't think we can afford that really, because we also need to get a missive. So let me just check my other accounts, I think. Okay, I have scraped every single character that I had. And don't laugh, but I could gather a total of just short of 15k, which does help us get some of the green equipment here. It's not much, right? But it only makes the video better that I'm a noob, right? Doesn't it? Let me just quickly put up for sale all of the herbs that I have gathered, and then we're gonna have as much gold as we possibly can to make all of the green equipment that we're gonna need for both herbalism and mining. So the herbs sold pretty much instantly, which is good. So let me just collect all of the gold. I mean, look at this, man. 35k already. This is pretty decent, man. We now have enough money to make all of the green profession equipment that we're gonna need. So let's just get right into it. And let's put in the order here. Now, it doesn't really matter that we're not using the most expensive missive, in my opinion, because the plan is that we're gonna swap these out for epic profession gear in a day or 2 once we have the money for that. I'm also hoping that the claw is gonna fall a little bit in price. We're also gonna make the other profession things, so the bag and the helmet. And yeah, we're just, pretty much using the low level stuff here. Just this is gonna be all temporary, I hope. The equipment have been made, so let's pick all of it up and equip it. And I think we're just about ready to start with the gold making now, which is pretty damn exciting, pretty damn exciting. Before we do go out to mine and herb, we should pick up some of the treasure that lies around just to get our knowledge points up here. In that way, it's just going to be more efficient. So yeah, let me just do that. But let me just pick up this mine first. And this one herb, just one. God, man, look at how impressive this world is. I really appreciate what they've done with these maps. They're really cool. Especially if you compare it to the War Within zones. That was just, in caves. It didn't really capture me. This is much better. So I think this is the last knowledge point that I need to get. Now, I think we're just gonna go deeply into this middle section right here, because once we get to 40 points, we're gonna be able to pick up herbs and ores while we're mounted, which is, great. Alright, so I've been gathering herbs and ores as I have been doing the campaign, because you see there's a new system implemented that I really wanted to use, and it's called abundance, and you need this abundance to create the epic crafting gear. So my idea was I'm gonna spend a few of the days here in the pre-patch to get myself up to level 90, so I can complete the campaign, so I can start doing the abundance quests. And now I finally have completed the campaign, and this is the last day, by the way. And yeah, it turns out it's bugged. You cannot pick up this abundance. That is so frustrating. God damn it. Okay, so it's the last day. There is 3.5 hours until the midnight expansion comes out for everyone. Now, remember, I believe that the prices are gonna drop once the Midnight expansion comes out, right? Because of all of the reasons that we talked about in the start of the video. So what we're gonna do now is that I'm gonna fly around in Silvermoon and I'm gonna pick up tons of herbs. I'm gonna do that, and then we're gonna see how much gold we can make an hour right now. We're gonna start off in Silvermoon, well, Eversong Woods, and then we're gonna switch to another zone, and then another zone, and then we'll just see which zones actually, gives the best profit. Alright guys, my apologies, I have spent way too long trying to finish this video. Well, not really, I've just been doing other things, but we need to see how the prices have evolved. So let's have a look. Alright, so what really interests me is the price history and the current prices. So Tranquility Bloom 1, the bad one here, is pretty much 450 here, and price history, we were selling these for 33 gold. Holy. This thing is 2 gold. We were selling it for 16. No freaking way. We were selling this for 28 gold. Like the cheapest, right? Even 50 sometimes. Still 38 gold, okay. 417. Ooh, wait, so Azerud actually went up in price. That's interesting. I wonder if that's the case because it's like a silver one. Let's have a look here. Whoa. Okay, so the silver copper is also going up in price. And brilliant silver ore has gone up in price. Alright, so the expansion released globally for everyone here, the 2nd of March. 2nd or 3rd, right? Depending on whatever you live in. And yeah, I mean, we didn't really see a steep decline at all. It just kind of fell down. Please notice this is the bad version of Tranquility Bloom. Let's have a look at the good one. So we have the price right here, which is the 2nd of March. And look at this. This is also just like a steady decline downwards. But then something happens up here where it starts to gain a little ground again. This doesn't really describe what we have seen though in the auction house, does it? Let's take a look at Brilliant Silver Ore instead. Alright, so we got the release here, where it goes for just around 100G, which fits quite well what we were selling it for. As you see here, pretty much 100G. And then something just happens here. Like the demand goes up crazy, and then some steady decline, but then a rise again. Most likely because of Season 1, I imagine. March 17th. March 17th. And that's exactly here. So we got a big jump in the good mining things here. Once the servers released, and then once again when the season started. That's interesting. That's actually interesting. This is the good Azerud. And we find March 2nd. That's here. And the price is just plummeted. Like really plummeted. But then they went up again. But this doesn't really describe what we have experienced, does it? Well, I guess it does. March 2nd, March 3rd, pretty much 300G. So this is the good version of the copper ore. And we find March 2nd, where we have a drop. I would say pretty much no effect. I mean, we see that Season 1 starting has an effect everywhere, right? That's like a big boom, which I guess makes sense. Guys, I'm really trying to find like a pattern here. Yeah, so I don't know, guys. Truth be told, I'm kind of confused because I didn't really see a pattern. It seems that some herbs and some ores are rising way more on release, where some just doesn't. It's most likely going to be a function of how useful it is. So, perhaps. But here's the thing, Reg. You would kind of expect that we would know what kind of herbs would be useful, because we knew, right? Everyone that tested PTR and stuff just already knew what was needed for the specific recipes and stuff. And you have to assume the demand explosion to be somewhat uniform, meaning that it's not like the people that coming after the fact is gonna, demand different kind of herbs, because Like, yes, the people that getting the early access is most likely going to be a little bit more hardcore, but still, man, I would still expect it to be somewhat uniformly distributed here. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. I would like to keep tracking these prices for you guys if you feel like you want to keep watching it. So let me know in the comments if you want me to do the same thing for Season 2, Season 3. And then maybe we can see if there's some good money to be made once the last Titan releases. But I still need to see the pattern, you know? Still need to see the pattern. Alright, so I'm sorry this video took so long. Yeah, it is what it is. Cheers.